Robert Elegant wrote a very important article for the British journal Encounter. He said, for the first time in history, the outcome of a war was determined not on the battlefield, but on the printed page, and above all, on the television screen. We have to understand how the media shape what we think.
Well, James Reston was actually the first big-name journalist in this country who gave the media, the reporters and the cameras, credit for bringing about our defeat in Vietnam. And he was proud of the fact when he wrote in April 1975. One of the great lessons of the Vietnam War was that the enemy was able to use our free, uncontrolled media to achieve their own objectives. And yet, that important lesson was totally ignored by the PBS series. Now, I'm going to give you just one example. The Tet Offensive of 1968 was a turning point in the war. It was portrayed by our media as a defeat for our side, even though it was actually a very outstanding military victory. The Viet Cong suffered horrendous losses from which they never really fully recovered. They were beaten back in every case. In the fall of 1968, a producer at NBC News named Jack Fern recognized that they had gotten the story wrong in portraying it as a defeat. And he proposed to Robert Northshield, the senior producer, that they do a series to set the record straight. Northshield, after a little thought, turned the idea down. And he later on explained why. He said that Tet had been established in the public mind as a defeat, and therefore it was an American defeat. Now think about that. For the first time in our history, a victory that our men had won on the field of battle was transmuted into a defeat by our own news media.
No, the men whose names are chiseled into this marble were not sent on a fool's errand with no purpose. The purpose was noble, but we failed. Our people and our leaders became confused and suffered a loss of will with disastrous consequences. But perhaps these brave men will not have died in vain if we distill from that experience the real lessons of Vietnam. We were right to resist communist aggression. We were wrong to think the outcome would be decided by military strength. In the end, words, disinformation, deception were the deciding factors in the Vietnam War.
Indeed, these media-related issues need a special program of their own where the power of the television image and the impact of media in general can be explored in detail. We won't be truly responsible citizens until we confront these challenges of our information age.
I'm Charlton Heston.
A book-length study of the PBS series is James Banerian's Losers Are Pirates, a close look at the PBS series Vietnam, A Television History. Special thanks to a group of Vietnamese youth concerned with preserving the truth of Vietnamese history for bringing this source and others to our attention. This program was produced by Accuracy in Media, Incorporated, which is solely responsible for its content.